Embracing solitude is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. When we find ourselves alone, away from the influence, noise, and expectations of others, we enter a space where clarity and insight can take root. Often it is in these quiet moments of solitude that we begin to see what really matters to us and what vision truly drives us. The world around us is full of voices, opinions, and pressures, each with its own agenda, but solitude allows us to turn inward and discover the depths of who we are. Just as a seed must be buried in the soil, away from the light to sprout and grow, our personal growth often happens in seasons of solitude. In that stillness, we can better understand our purpose, develop our vision, and cultivate the strength to walk a unique path. The seed grows unseen beneath the surface, pushing through the soil before it ever meets the sun. And in our lives, solitude is that space of unseen growth where we can develop resilience, conviction, and a clearer sense of purpose. Being alone doesn't mean being lonely, nor does it mean a life of isolation. Solitude is a choice to spend time in our own presence, to listen to the whispers of our own heart. It is in solitude that we discover our strengths, our dreams, and the inner voice that often gets drowned out by the demands and distractions around us. It can be challenging to separate from the crowd and to quiet the noise that surrounds us, but it is only when we make space for solitude that we can truly hear ourselves think and dream. Solitude gives us the opportunity to reflect on our past experiences, both the triumphs and the struggles. Reflection allows us to see what has shaped us, what has strengthened us, and what lessons we need to carry forward. In our world, where we are often encouraged to constantly move and produce, solitude gives us permission to pause, to breathe, and to understand the direction we want our lives to take. It is in this pause that transformation begins and growth becomes possible. Sometimes we resist solitude because being alone with ourselves can bring up doubts, insecurities, and even fears we may not want to face. Yet, it is through confronting these feelings in solitude that we develop inner resilience and self-acceptance. Instead of running from what is uncomfortable, solitude invites us to confront it head-on. When we face our doubts and fears alone, we emerge on the other side with a newfound courage that cannot be shaken by the opinions or judgments of others. Solitude also teaches us that we do not need external validation to feel worthy or purposeful. When we are alone, we are not performing or trying to fit in. Instead, we are simply being ourselves. In that state of simply being, we come to realize that our value is inherent. The more time we spend in solitude, the more we begin to see that our worth does not depend on anyone else's approval or recognition. We are enough as we are, and that realization is deeply liberating. Great leaders, thinkers, and visionaries throughout history have often had their most profound insights during periods of solitude. They dared to step away from the crowd, to listen to the still, small voice within, and to follow their own path. Standing alone can be intimidating, but it is also empowering. Solitude gives us the freedom to see clearly what we want to create, who we want to become, and what we want to contribute to the world. When we embrace solitude for growth, we lay a foundation that will support us through the challenges and uncertainties that lie ahead. This foundation is rooted in self-awareness, inner peace, and an unwavering commitment to our own vision. Life will present us with moments when we must walk alone, and if we have embraced solitude, we will not fear those moments. Instead, we will see them as opportunities to stand firm, to deepen our resolve, and to grow into the person we are meant to be. Solitude, then, is not a place of emptiness, but a place of potential. It is a sanctuary where growth begins, a space where dreams are nurtured, and a time when purpose is clarified. Embracing solitude allows us to connect deeply with our true selves, setting us on a path of growth and fulfillment. And in that solitude, we develop a strength that allows us to stand, even if we must stand alone, knowing that our journey is uniquely ours to walk. In solitude, we become strong. And in that strength, we find our truest self. Staying resilient through doubt is essential for anyone who wants to live a life of purpose and meaning. Doubt can come from many sources, those around us, circumstances that don't go our way, or even our own inner voice. It's natural to encounter doubt on the path to fulfilling our vision, but how we respond to that doubt determines whether we'll continue forward or give up. Resilience through doubt is about cultivating a mindset and inner strength that enables us to keep moving even when the journey feels unclear or lonely. Doubt often comes when we step out to do something new or meaningful. Anytime we take a risk, we are stepping into the unknown, and with the unknown comes uncertainty. People may not understand our choices, and they may even question our motives. This can be challenging because humans are naturally wired to seek validation from others. But when we have a vision or a purpose that drives us, we must be prepared to face doubts without allowing them to deter us. Resilience is the ability to remain steady, to remind ourselves why we started in the first place, and to keep going no matter what challenges arise. One of the most important aspects of resilience is learning to listen to our inner voice more than the voices of others. While feedback and support from others are valuable, not everyone will see our vision or understand our purpose. Some may even discourage us because of their own fears or insecurities. But resilience requires that we filter out what doesn't align with our calling and remain focused on what we know to be true within. It's easy to let doubt creep in when others question us, but when we have confidence in our path, we can choose to trust ourselves above all else. Our own minds can be one of the biggest sources of doubt. We all have an inner critic that questions our abilities, our worth, or our direction. In moments when this inner doubt arises, resilience means taking control of our thoughts and not allowing negative self-talk to dictate our actions. We can practice affirming our strengths, recalling past successes, and grounding ourselves in the certainty that we are capable. Resilience through self-doubt is about building a mental discipline that refuses to let fear or uncertainty make our decisions for us. Resilience is also about staying focused on the bigger picture, especially when the small details aren't going as planned. When we face setbacks, when progress is slow, or when results are delayed, it's easy to doubt whether we're on the right track. But staying resilient through doubt means keeping our eyes on the ultimate goal, the vision we hold, even when things don't look promising in the present. The road to achieving something meaningful is rarely straightforward, and resilience gives us the strength to navigate its twists and turns without losing sight of why we started. In times of doubt, we can also draw on the strength of past experiences. Resilience is often born out of trials, out of moments when we faced challenges and came through stronger. Remembering these past victories, no matter how small, reminds us that we are capable of overcoming whatever obstacles stand in our way. Each time we choose to push through doubt, we are building a foundation of resilience that makes us stronger for the future. Over time, these moments of resilience add up, giving us the confidence to face whatever comes our way. Sometimes resilience means seeking out support, Not necessarily from those who doubt us, but from those who understand the journey we're on. Finding a community of like-minded individuals who share similar goals or who have walked a similar path can provide us with encouragement and perspective. Resilience doesn't mean going it entirely alone. It means knowing when to lean on those who truly support our vision and can help remind us of our own strength when we feel uncertain. Resilience through doubt is ultimately about choosing faith over fear. It's the choice to trust in something greater than the immediate circumstances, to believe that even if things aren't clear now, they will make sense in time. This type of resilience requires patience because growth and progress often come gradually. Resilience asks us to stay steady, to continue putting in the effort, and to trust that the seeds we're planting will bear fruit, even if we can't yet see the results. When we cultivate resilience through doubt, we become more than just people pursuing a goal. We become stronger individuals, prepared to handle the ups and downs of life with grace and tenacity. Each time we overcome doubt, we become a little bit braver, a little bit wiser, and a little more capable of facing the next challenge with even greater strength. This is the power of resilience. It's not about avoiding doubt, but about choosing to rise above it. Resilience is the fuel that keeps us moving forward when doubt tries to hold us back, reminding us that our purpose is worth every challenge and our journey is worth every step. Living with purpose over popularity is one of the greatest acts of courage. In a world that often values approval and social validation above all else, choosing to live for a meaningful purpose can feel countercultural, even radical. Yet, the pursuit of popularity and external approval is fleeting, constantly shifting with trends, opinions, and the expectations of others. Purpose, on the other hand, is steady and deeply fulfilling. When we commit to living with purpose over popularity, we ground ourselves in something far more lasting than momentary recognition. We build a life of meaning, integrity, and resilience. Popularity is tempting because it's human to want to be liked, admired, and accepted. Social acceptance often provides a sense of belonging, which can be reassuring. However, popularity can come at a cost if it requires us to compromise our values or abandon our true calling. Popularity asks us to mold ourselves to fit others' expectations, while purpose calls us to stand firm in our beliefs and pursue what truly matters, even if it goes against the crowd. Choosing purpose over popularity requires self-awareness and a willingness to stay true to ourselves, even when it feels uncomfortable or isolating. Living with purpose means understanding who we are and why we're here. This clarity acts as an anchor, keeping us focused on what really matters. Popularity by its nature is focused on external perceptions. It requires that we conform to what others deem valuable or admirable at a given moment. But living purposefully is an internal pursuit. It's about asking ourselves what impact we want to make, what values we stand by, and what legacy we want to leave behind. Purpose doesn't change with the latest trend. It remains constant, providing direction when everything around us seems uncertain. One of the most profound aspects of choosing purpose over popularity is the sense of fulfillment that comes with it. When we pursue something we genuinely care about, something aligned with our values and passions, we experience a deeper sense of joy and satisfaction. This fulfillment is different from the temporary pleasure of popularity. Popularity, while gratifying in the short term, requires constant upkeep. To remain popular, we must keep meeting others' expectations and adapting to their shifting preferences. Purpose, however, allows us to find peace and satisfaction in simply doing what we're meant to do, regardless of others' opinions. Choosing purpose often involves making difficult decisions. There may be times when pursuing our purpose requires us to stand alone, face criticism, or challenge the status quo. These moments can be uncomfortable, even painful, but they are also opportunities for growth and self-discovery. When we choose to stay committed to our purpose, even when it's unpopular, we develop inner strength and resilience. We learn that our worth is not determined by others' approval, but by the integrity with which we live our lives. This realization is liberating, freeing us from the endless cycle of seeking validation and allowing us to focus on what truly matters. Living with purpose also means making a positive impact on others, often in ways we may not realize. When we choose to live authentically, we become examples of courage and integrity. People may not always agree with our choices, but they will see the conviction and passion that guide us. Over time, this can inspire others to pursue their own purpose, to live according to their own values rather than conforming to societal expectations. By living with purpose, we not only fulfill our own potential, but also encourage others to do the same, creating a ripple effect that can make a lasting difference. The journey of living with purpose is not always smooth. There will be moments of doubt, moments when we question whether we're on the right path. In these times, it's essential to remind ourselves of why we chose this path in the first place. Popularity may provide a sense of security, but it lacks depth. Purpose, though it may come with challenges, offers a profound sense of meaning that sustains us through both good times and difficult ones. The obstacles we face on our purpose-driven journey only make us stronger and more committed to our vision. Living for purpose over popularity also requires that we surround ourselves with people who support and encourage our goals. It's easy to get swayed by negative voices or those who don't understand our choices. By building a community of like-minded individuals who share our values, we create a support system that empowers us to keep going. This community may be smaller than the crowd that chases after popularity, but it is often more genuine and meaningful. These are the people who celebrate our achievements and stand by us during setbacks, reminding us of the value of living authentically. Ultimately, choosing purpose over popularity is about prioritizing long-term fulfillment over short-term gain. It's about making decisions that align with our true selves and resisting the urge to conform to others' expectations. The pursuit of purpose brings a sense of peace and joy that cannot be found in fleeting recognition or superficial approval. When we live with purpose, we create a life of substance, a life that reflects who we are at our core. In the end, purpose is what defines us, not popularity. Popularity fades, but a life lived with purpose leaves a legacy that endures. Purpose allows us to live with integrity, to impact others positively, and to grow into the best versions of ourselves. It may not always be easy, and it may require sacrifices, but it is a journey worth taking. Living with purpose over popularity gives us the strength to stay true to ourselves, to face challenges with courage, and to live a life that, in the deepest sense, truly matters. The power of standing alone is one of the most transformative forces we can experience in life. There are moments on every path where standing alone becomes necessary, when no one else seems to share our vision, understand our convictions, or believe in what we feel called to pursue. While standing alone can be intimidating and even painful, it is also a source of strength and profound personal growth. In those moments of solitude, we discover who we truly are, what we genuinely believe, and what we are willing to fight for, even in the face of opposition or misunderstanding. Standing alone requires courage. In a world that often pressures us to conform, going against the tide can be daunting. It's far easier to blend in, to adapt our ideas to those around us, and to seek the safety that comes from doing what is popular or widely accepted. But the path of conformity, though comfortable, is also limiting. By choosing to stand alone, we open ourselves to the freedom to be our authentic selves, even if that means facing criticism, skepticism, or isolation. This courage is not something we are necessarily born with, but rather a quality that is developed and strengthened each time we choose authenticity over approval. One of the greatest lessons we learn when standing alone is the importance of self-trust. When we're alone, we no longer have the comfort of external validation to reassure us. Instead, we must rely on our own judgment, our own values, and our own intuition. This can be challenging, especially if we're used to seeking approval or relying on others' opinions. But as we stand alone, we gradually build a stronger connection with ourselves, learning to trust our own instincts and insights. We learn to validate ourselves and to take ownership of our choices, knowing that we are responsible for the direction of our lives. Standing alone also allows us to connect more deeply with our purpose. When we are surrounded by others, it can be easy to get distracted or swayed by what others think is important, but solitude brings clarity. When we stand alone, we are forced to confront our true motivations, to understand what we are genuinely passionate about, and to commit to a purpose that feels meaningful to us. This purpose becomes a guiding light, helping us stay resilient and focused even when the path is difficult or uncertain. Purpose gives us a reason to keep going, to persevere even when it feels like we are the only ones who believe in what we are doing. One of the most empowering aspects of standing alone is that it transforms our relationship with fear. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, and fear of judgment are natural human experiences. But when we face these fears head-on by choosing to stand alone, we begin to realize that they do not have as much power over us as we once believed. Each time we stand firm in our convictions, despite fear, we build resilience and courage. We learn that our worth is not determined by others' opinions or approval, and that fear, while uncomfortable, does not have to dictate our actions. The journey of standing alone often brings unexpected rewards. While we may initially feel isolated, we frequently discover that by staying true to ourselves, we attract others who genuinely respect and support us for who we are. These relationships are often deeper and more authentic because they are based on mutual respect and shared values rather than superficial approval. By standing alone, we create space for the right people to enter our lives, people who appreciate our unique perspectives and support us in our pursuits. Standing alone teaches us about inner strength and resilience. Life will present challenges, and there will be moments when we feel uncertain, tired, or discouraged. But each time we stand alone, we remind ourselves of our ability to overcome. We learn that we are capable of handling adversity, that we can endure discomfort, and that we can navigate obstacles with grace and determination. This resilience not only helps us on our personal journey, but also serves as an example to others, showing them the power of authenticity and the importance of staying true to oneself. There is a certain freedom that comes with standing alone. When we no longer feel pressured to fit in or to gain the approval of others, We become free to live in alignment with our own values and beliefs. This freedom allows us to explore new ideas, to take risks, and to grow in ways we might not have considered if we were constantly seeking others' acceptance. By embracing the freedom to stand alone, we open ourselves to possibilities that may have been inaccessible had we conformed to the expectations of others. Ultimately, the power of standing alone is a journey towards self-discovery and self-empowerment. In choosing to stand on our own, we learn that we are enough as we are, that our voice matters, and that we have the strength to pursue a path that is uniquely ours. This journey may not always be easy, but it is deeply rewarding. Standing alone allows us to live a life of integrity, purpose, and authenticity. It teaches us to honor our own journey, to trust in our own abilities, and to remain faithful to the vision we hold in our hearts. As we grow in the strength to stand alone, we realize that we are never truly alone. By honoring our truth, we align ourselves with a purpose that is greater than ourselves, a purpose that connects us to others who share our vision and values. We become part of a larger story, a story of resilience, courage, and authenticity. The power of standing alone, then, is not about isolation, but about discovering the strength to be fully ourselves and the courage to pursue our unique path with unwavering determination. Strength in character, not in numbers, is a principle that highlights the value of inner integrity over external validation. While society often equates power and influence with the size of one's following or the number of supporters one can gather, true strength is something far deeper. It lies in the convictions, values, and resilience of a person's character. A person with strong character stands firm in their beliefs regardless of whether they have the support of others. They are not swayed by the need for approval or numbers. Instead, they are guided by a core set of values that serve as their moral compass. In today's world, where social media, popularity metrics, and public opinion often determine success, it's easy to forget the importance of character. The number of followers, likes, or supporters one has can give a sense of validation, but it is a fleeting form of approval that can change as quickly as public opinion. True strength, however, comes from within. It's the quiet, enduring quality that holds firm even when others disagree, misunderstand, or criticize. A person with strength in character does not need a crowd to feel validated because they are already grounded in their principles. Character is tested most when we face adversity or opposition. In difficult moments, it's tempting to compromise on our beliefs or adjust our actions to fit others' expectations. But those who possess strength in character have a resilience that does not depend on numbers or external support. They are willing to stand alone if necessary, knowing that their integrity is worth more than the temporary comfort of acceptance. Such individuals understand that staying true to their values is more important than popularity, and that their self-respect is a far greater reward than conformity. Strength in character means developing self-discipline, honesty, and courage. These qualities allow a person to make difficult decisions with clarity and confidence rather than seeking out the opinions of others for reassurance. Self-discipline is the ability to stay committed to a path even when distractions and temptations arise. It is the force that keeps a person moving forward, driven by their own purpose rather than by the pull of the crowd. Honesty, meanwhile, means staying true to oneself, being open about one's intentions, and choosing truth over convenience, even when it's uncomfortable. Courage is what gives a person the fortitude to act according to their beliefs, even if it means going against the grain. A person who draws their strength from character understands that popularity is often temporary. The admiration of the crowd may feel satisfying, but it does not last. People's opinions can change and public support can disappear, often as quickly as it came. But character is consistent. It's the steady foundation that remains intact, regardless of others' opinions. A person of character does not seek validation from the crowd because they already have an unwavering sense of self-worth. They find strength in their own conviction, trusting in their values even when others might not see or agree with their vision. Furthermore, strength in character fosters authenticity. When we are not driven by the need to please others or to gather a large following, we are free to be our true selves. Authenticity is a rare quality in a world where people are often encouraged to project certain images or personalities to gain approval. But a person of character understands that being genuine is more fulfilling than trying to meet others' expectations. They are at peace with who they are, and this self-acceptance gives them the freedom to act in alignment with their values rather than adapting to fit in. In addition, character is a powerful form of influence. A person who acts with integrity and consistency naturally earns the respect and admiration of others, not because they sought it out, but because their actions reflect their inner strength. People are drawn to those who stand firm in their beliefs, especially in challenging times. This type of influence is lasting because it is based on respect, not popularity. People trust those who demonstrate strength in character because they know such individuals will not compromise their values for convenience or approval. In this way, character often inspires others to develop their own convictions and to stand by them. Strength in character also creates resilience. Life is full of unexpected challenges, disappointments, and setbacks, and it's easy to feel disheartened or defeated when things go wrong. But a person who is strong in character can weather these storms without losing sight of their purpose. They understand that true success is not measured by external achievements alone, but by the integrity with which they handle both victories and failures. This resilience allows them to bounce back from setbacks, to learn from their experiences, and to continue forward, strengthened by their challenges rather than discouraged by them. Choosing strength in character over strength in numbers ultimately leads to a more fulfilling life. Those who live according to their values, without relying on the opinions of others, find a deep sense of peace and self-respect. They are able to look back on their lives with pride, knowing that they stayed true to themselves no matter the circumstances. They realize that their worth was never in the numbers, but in the way they chose to live with integrity. In the end, strength in character creates a legacy that numbers cannot achieve. People remember those who acted with integrity, courage, and authenticity. They are inspired by the ones who stood firm in their beliefs and who did not waver, even when standing alone. This legacy of character is one of the most lasting contributions anyone can make. It transcends the fleeting approval of the crowd, leaving a meaningful impact that resonates long after the individual is gone. Inspiring others by standing firm is one of the most impactful ways to lead and influence those around us. When we choose to hold true to our principles, even in the face of opposition or doubt, we demonstrate a level of courage, integrity, and authenticity that others naturally admire and are often drawn to emulate. Standing firm is not merely about stubbornness or pride, rather, it's about commitment to what we believe in and the strength to act on those beliefs consistently. This unwavering dedication can light a path for others, showing them that they too can stand by their convictions and live with purpose. Living with conviction is a powerful way to inspire because it requires courage to stay true to oneself, especially when faced with challenges. Many people may feel inspired to pursue their own values and goals, but hesitate when they encounter resistance. When we stand firm, we show them that it is possible to remain grounded even in adversity. We exemplify the idea that holding to one's principles doesn't just make one stronger, it also makes life more meaningful. This courage encourages others to look beyond the opinions of others or the comfort of the familiar and dare to live in alignment with their true selves. People are often moved by actions more than words. Anyone can talk about their values or aspirations, but actually living them, especially in challenging moments, has a powerful impact. Actions have a way of speaking directly to the heart, often more profoundly than speeches or motivational words ever could. When we stand firm, we model integrity in a way that people can see and feel. They witness that we are willing to endure criticism, face uncertainty, or make sacrifices to remain true to our beliefs. This consistency and dedication become a powerful testament to the value of authenticity, inspiring others to consider what they too may be willing to stand for. Standing firm in our convictions also cultivates respect. Even those who may not share our beliefs often respect someone who has the courage to live by them wholeheartedly. This respect is based not on agreement but on admiration for the strength and integrity it takes to stay true to oneself. In a world where many are quick to change their stance to fit in, those who stand firm become pillars of stability. This stability can be a source of comfort and encouragement for others who may be seeking direction in their own lives. They see that it is possible to live with both strength and purpose, and this vision can help them to define and pursue their own values. When we inspire others by standing firm, we also create a ripple effect that can extend far beyond what we might expect. Often our actions can reach people we may never meet or know as they observe us from afar or hear about our choices through others. By demonstrating resilience and conviction, we become an example that others can look to as they navigate their own challenges. This ripple effect creates a sense of shared strength and courage within our communities and in some cases even on a larger scale. Each act of resilience serves as a reminder to others that they too can stand strong in the face of adversity. Standing firm also encourages others to develop resilience within themselves. Seeing someone else remain unshaken in difficult circumstances reminds people that they are also capable of facing life's challenges with bravery and integrity. The ability to stand firm gives others the assurance that they too can endure hard times without compromising their values. This resilience is a powerful gift, as it enables people to face life's ups and downs without losing their sense of self or direction. They realize that they do not need to follow the crowd or bend to external pressure in order to succeed. Our commitment to our principles can also inspire others to reflect on their own values and beliefs. When people see someone standing firm, they are often prompted to think more deeply about what truly matters to them. This can lead to personal growth as they become more self-aware and more intentional about their own lives. By witnessing our dedication, they are encouraged to explore their own passions, to examine their own values, and to find the courage to live in alignment with what they hold dear. In this way, standing firm not only reinforces our own integrity, but also helps others to discover and nurture their own. Standing firm also encourages authenticity, which can be both refreshing and inspiring in a world that often encourages conformity. Authenticity is powerful because it reminds people that they do not have to change who they are to be respected or successful. When we stand firm, we show others that being true to oneself is not only acceptable but commendable. This authenticity creates a sense of freedom, allowing people to feel empowered to express their own unique perspectives, talents, and values without fear of judgment or rejection. Finally, standing firm builds a legacy that lives on beyond our immediate influence. When we live by our principles, we create a lasting impression that extends beyond our own lives. This legacy serves as a guiding light for future generations, reminding them of the importance of integrity, resilience, and purpose. It tells the story of someone who was willing to stand by their beliefs, no matter the cost, a story that can inspire and empower those who come after us. The impact of a life lived with conviction is timeless, creating ripples that continue to inspire long after we are gone. In the end, inspiring others by standing firm is about showing that true strength comes from within. It's about demonstrating that one can live with courage and integrity even when the path is lonely or difficult. By choosing to stand firm, we not only enrich our own lives, but also contribute to the lives of those around us. We become beacons of hope, reminders that there is power in staying true to oneself. This strength inspires others to be bold in their own lives, creating a world where people are empowered to live with purpose, authenticity, and resilience.